When you drive into the high desert, you see exactly what you expect. Brown hills, wind turbines, long empty stretches of road. For a moment, it feels like you're leaving civilization. Until suddenly there's a Walmart, a charging station, even good coffee. Joshua Tree is crowded now, but if you keep driving east, the signs of civilization start to fade again. The roads get quieter, the buildings get fewer, and eventually you start seeing what's left behind. Old cabins, broken structures, attempts to live out here that didn't last. My goal today was simple. Find the last cabin you'd pass before entering a long stretch of open desert. The desert east of 29 Palms was open to 5-acre homesteads by the Small Tract Act of 1938. Though the real land rush didn't begin until the 1950s, the trend attracted a mostly working-class crowd from Los Angeles, many of whom had only ever rented before, now able to prove up a claim on weekends by building a small cabin with their own hands. Applications peaked around 1960 with a backlog of 60,000 filings, what the Los Angeles Times called one of the strangest land rushes in Southern California history. Over time, many of the shacks fell beyond repair, lending a ghostly presence to the landscape. Today, Wonder Valley's mix of residents include a handful of original homesteaders, squatters who moved in during the 70s, and artists that came in during the 90s by the raw creative potential of the high desert. This one sits out here alone. Built in 1959, that's about all I know. Walking around a place like this raises more questions than answers. Why was this hole dug? Why is there a washer sitting out here? Was this ever finished? There are electrical outlets inside. So power once reached this building. No clear lines. Someone tried to make this place livable, maybe even comfortable. It's hard to imagine living this far out today, even harder decades ago. Now we have solar, Starlink, a cell signal. You could work remotely from a place like this. I've spent days out here myself, working, sleeping, attending class online, but I always had the option to leave. Whoever lived here didn't. Maybe that isolation was the point. There's an old computer monitor outside, a nearby shed with hand-painted artwork. Small traces of people trying to shape the desert into something livable. While filming, I met an archaeologist hiking through the area. I told her I was documenting what people left behind. She said I'd find plenty of that out here. She was right. Out here, the desert keeps the stories, even after the people are gone.